In this video, we're going to take a look at how we measure Lego. When you're building on impulse and just grabbing parts as you need them, measuring really isn't that important. But when you get into doing complex models or you want to build a scale representation of something in the real world, it is important to know how to measure. So that is what we're going to be taking a look at. Hey everyone, to celebrate that we have 1,500 subscribers on YouTube now, I figured it would be a nice surprise to give you a free set of instructions. My daughters are really crazy about Among Us now, and they asked me to create a Lego version of the characters, so I did, and now I'm going to provide the instructions for you. But we're going to play a little game. Just like Among Us, you're going to have 4 tasks to complete, and they are embedded in this video. You can find the 4 clues to the link where I have put the file. So when you assembled the clues, you will be able to download the instructions. There are a couple of different methods we can use to measure Lego. One is using the metric system because bricks are measured in millimeters, and the other is using LDUs. As I mentioned in passing last video, that LDUs stand for L-draw unit. An L-draw unit is 0.4 millimeters and just provides a convenient way to measure bricks. So when we look at this infographic from Tips and Bricks, you can see they've laid out how many millimeters make up different parts of the brick. And also in the bottom left-hand corner, they show how many LDUs correspond to those measurements. So taking a look at that, you can see that each 1x1 brick is 20 LDUs or 8 millimeters by 20 LDUs or 8 millimeters. A single plate is 8 LDUs high or 3.2 millimeters. And if you stack 3 plates on top of each other, that equals 1 brick or 24 LDUs. The stud itself is 4 LDUs high and 12 LDUs in diameter. So now that we've covered some real basics on how to measure those bricks, for the rest of the video, what I want to do is go through and show you how to practically apply measuring with LDUs to create more complex and accurate models. At Playwell Bricks, we pride ourselves on providing a premium custom Lego service for our clients. We do everything from commissioned Lego designs to custom 3D printed parts, printed vinyl stickers, and printed bricks. If you go to our website, you can find all about our diverse team, our services, the projects we're working on now and those in the past, as well as information on how to contact us and our social media feeds. So if you have a project in mind, please don't hesitate to contact us. We would love to work with you to turn your imagination into reality. Be sure to check out Tips and Bricks on Facebook, Instagram, and the web. They provide daily tips and techniques for creating Lego custom models. Playwell Bricks proudly partners with millionprints.com to provide the best quality printed bricks and stickers for our clients. So let's jump into Studio now and take a look at how you can apply LDUs to your models. A real easy way to demonstrate LDUs is to show you how to do some micro scale stairs. There's a lot of complex little dimensions going on with these builds, and this is a really great demonstration of it. So we'll go with some simple stairs first, and then we'll get into the more complex ones. So we'll start with this one here, which just uses a couple of jumpers to achieve the effect. So we will apply what we know about LDUs so far. So we know that each side of the plate is 20 LDUs. We know that this middle stud has a 20 LDU diameter. And we know that on each edge here is 4 LDUs. So that equals 4 plus 4 plus 12, so 20. So that works out. When we look at a jumper plate instead, what we have is 40 because it has 2 studs. And the middle part is 12 again. So 12 minus 40 leaves you 28. So on either side, you're going to have 14. So 14 plus 14 is 28, plus 12 is going to be 40. Now, if we take this jumper and we put it on top of another jumper, we have staggered those jumpers now, and we know that the wall between the stud and the outside edge of a plate is 4. So that means that this section is 14 minus 4. So it's going to be 10. So we've staggered these plates by 10 LDUs each. Again, we can work out the measurements according to the plate on the bottom here. That is 4 studs, so it's 80 LDU. If we look at these plates, then we know that equals 40, and each of these equals 20, so that works out to 40. Then if we go to this one, we know that one is 20. We know this one is 40. We know that's 10, so obviously that has to be 10. Now we can take a look at these 2 sets of stairs. They are almost the same, but constructed a little bit differently. So these 2 stairs look very similar. In fact, they're almost the same style of construction, but the bricks used make them a little bit different. This one actually rides just a little bit higher than this stair here. So we'll look at this one first. So if we check its full length, we can measure that out. So we have 8 and 8. So that's 16 there, and that's 16 there. And then we know a brick has a height of 24, or the same as 3 plates, which makes each of those 40. If you watch the previous video, that makes sense because we know that 5 plates high equals 2 studs. So now if we take a look at how these stairs are constructed, if we go on to this plate, we know that this plate is 8 high, and this bracket is a half plate width, or 4 high, and then of course this one is going to be flush to the outside of the brick. So then each of these steps is staggered by 4 LDU. Obviously, except for the front one, which is staggered by 8 LDU. Next, we'll take a look at this staircase. So you can tell it's almost identical to the other one as far as the steps are concerned. They are staggered by 4 LDU each for the same reason that we've got a plate and then a bracket. But the length is a little bit different than before. So we have this indent in the headlight brick, which is 4 LDU. So the measurements we have for this one are 2 plates, and then a half plate because the indent goes into the headlight brick. So that's 8 and 8 and 4 for 20. And then we're going to add the length of a regular brick for there. So that's another 20. So that's 40. And then 60 for this brick. So this set of stairs is actually quite a bit shorter than the previous one. And now we can look at something that's used in microscale builds a lot, is this type of set of stairs where we have the panels acting as the steps, and they are going to be trapped so that they can't move. This one's a little bit bulkier and also a little more complicated than the other types of stairs. So first we're going to count out the entire LDU of the whole build here. Okay, so we have 5 studs on the bottom. We know those are each 20, so that makes it 100. Again, we have 2 2x2 plates and a tile, so that makes that 100. So the rest of the build gets a little tricky. We have another 2x2 plate, a 1x2 plate, and a 1x2 tile. So those equal 80, which means the area in here has to equal 20. So we have 2 panels. So that equals 8 plus 8 for 16. And then we have a half plate width in here for 4. So that makes that 20, which is what it's supposed to be. And then as we move over to this section, we get the same dimensions where we have 2 plates and then a half plate. So that equals 20. And then we have a brick on this end, which equals 20. And then we have to figure out the LDUs for this way. So if we count all that up, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plates, and also 2 more that are overhanging. So 6, 7. So multiply that by 8, you get 56. Add the brick width on the end for 20, so that's 76. So this space in here is going to equal 24. And if we go down and measure against this plate, there's our 20, and there's our half plate for 4. Now, if you're going in the vertical direction, we will just start here at this landing. So each of these panels is 4 thickness for the wall. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So that makes it so that it is 16 high. So this is where it can get a little bit complicated when you're getting into these types of shapes. And this is why LDUs are really important, so that you can go through your build and figure out exactly what dimensions you need when you're trying to create a certain shape. In the next video, I'm going to take what we've learned so far and show you how to create some interesting doors and windows and some wall techniques that I've done in the past. So hopefully that will show you again, a bit more practically how you can apply Lego math and measuring your Lego in order to achieve the effects that you want in your builds. I hope this video has helped you out. I know it's a little bit cumbersome to get into LDUs and to start using them in your builds, but hopefully this eased the way a bit for you in your own designs. If it has helped you, please take the time to like, subscribe, and share the video around to help other people. I am the last sus. Congratulations, you've found the last clue, If you'd enjoyed this game, please leave a comment below, and maybe I will include these in other videos coming up. If you have liked it and you would like instructions for little builds like this, you can leave some suggestions below for things that I could do in the future. And please remember, don't be an imposter and put the link in the comments or anything like that. I will have to delete the comment. So leave it for other people to have fun and look for the clues on their own. And as always, thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Keep dreaming of bricks. Bye-bye.